evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning into another episode of the Dumpster Diaries Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Justin Allen, and I want to take the moment to remind you guys, if you like the channel and you support it, check the description down below because we got links to our Patreon and merch store. So if you want to see content you can't get on YouTube and you really want to support us and what we do, go ahead and subscribe to that, and then check out our sick-ass merch store. I'm telling you right now, the clothing that we have on there is good quality, man. I would not lie to you. I don't really get behind products on the show. You guys know that, and I'm just telling you, you get your money's worth and all that. But even if you don't do all that, feel free to go ahead and give us a like and subscribe because we'll appreciate that anyway. But today, man, we got a special episode. Our first guest on the show, man. So these guys they got some interesting stuff to essentially try to sell you guys. I don't ever promote anything on this show. And, now Moses isn't on this episode, but he doesn't either. Like, we were really big on not wanting to sell out or anything like that. So the relationship we have with these guys is we actually support what they do and we like it. So we are giving them the opportunity to come on here just to talk about what they do. We don't get paid. Dumpster Diaries Podcast does not get paid for this at all. And there's no future contracts for anything like that. This is simply two groups of people who have similar interests supporting each other. But so I got Trevor and I got John here, and they are the creators of another fucking card game. And this has got to be the funniest thing that I've ever seen, you guys. Like, honestly, I'm not big into like table games and all that stuff, but for sure, man.
A lot of hard work.
Endless hours, man.
Yeah.
And it seems like something easy to do, right? It's a box of fucking cards. But, when you're a dumbass, it makes it a whole lot harder.
Sure. And you guys, it was just you guys who did all this. This is what I liked about it. When you guys reached out to the show and were like, hey, like we like what you guys do, like we want to get on there and all that stuff. This is kind of our product. I was like, whoa, hold on, let me see what this is about. And then I was thinking it was like a bigger company. That's what I was thinking.
No.
And then I was like,
not even close.
This is something that, it's been an idea. Well, Trevor began writing the game probably about 4.5 years ago.
It was a long time ago, but a lot of shit happened in life, and
shit happened.
So I didn't even get to finish it. It wasn't really till COVID happened that I just had all the free time in the world. Like the rest of everybody else.
Some douchebag ate a bat halfway around the world. And you got to be locked up for 3 years.
I'm still sneezing and coughing.
Yeah, how do you think I started this shit?
But so, like, the idea was there from years ago, but, and I was so busy working, I had wrote, like, a page down and forgot about it, and then moved a couple times, and then found the notebook again and was like, oh, yeah, shit, I was trying to do something.
Yeah.
And it's been rewritten probably 8 times by now. The original idea was 1,000 cards, by the way, which is insane. That's too many.
Yeah.
But we whittled it all the way down to 655.
Yeah. I guess, to kind of explain to the listeners, what exactly is the game? Like, how is this played?
Okay, well, it's a question and answer based card game.
So you draw, someone draws, a question card, and essentially all the players have answer cards, right?
Right, so people don't like following rules in games, so we didn't put any rules in the game. We just have recommended gameplay on the back of the box. And to even start the game, the group of players has to pick the ugliest fuck, is what we call them. The ugly fuck then has to start the game and, like I said, and read, and then everybody else has their answer cards. And
you have 2 rules in that game. That's about it, man.
Just point at the ugly bastard.
Well, I liked it. As far as everything, and I'm just kind of going through it because people listening obviously haven't played it and stuff, but we did get to sit down and actually play it, and I wouldn't lie to you guys, it genuinely is that funny. I hate to compare and contrast it to something that's already out there, but the easy one to go with is Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, we're trying to give them direct competition. Yes. No one's done that, and that's why we've, wrote it out to be the most offensive yet still hilarious game that you played, and it does go to levels that I've not seen any other game go to.
Yeah. I say some wild stuff on this show, like Moses and I do, but especially me, like anybody who watches, they'll know, man, and it's. Dude, some of the stuff I was reading in there, I was like, dude, there is no way I would say this. It is that bad. So, and it's, I don't know. It was pretty good. Like I did enjoy it. I mean, the thing about, while it is, it has similarities between it and Cards Against Humanity. The thing is, I played Cards Against Humanity quite a bit, like over the
trash
years.
cards.
And there's a lot of trash cards and like dead time with it, and you're just like, this isn't funny. Can I throw it away? And a lot of people start like kind of bending the rules where it's like, all right, pick the cards you want, that you think is good, and then you end up with this huge deck where it's just like, this is just shit.
Right.
It's just filled it out with bullshit.
So the way it was written, though, it combats any type of issue like that. Yeah. So I made sure to write all the answers first, then fit the questions to the answers.
Yeah. And as someone who does a lot of writing, for this show, like especially like all our shorts and the stand-up comedy and all that, and I'm working on a couple other projects, when I was going through it, I could tell someone took a lot of time in writing this, and that's what I liked. But what I really liked about y'all's product, and the reason why we responded to y'all's email and got y'all on the show and all that stuff, is because two things. One, you guys are Texas-based, so the greatest country in the world. So.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I gotta like at least see what these guys are about. Yeah. Because it's usually just crazy people that email us.
Same. On this side of things.
And then the second one was like kind of what you guys stood behind. What really caught our attention was the anti-censorship.
Yeah, 100%.
That is what got me, because this game is based around literally. I mean, if you support your freedom of speech, this is something you should consider buying and backing, because this is what that whole game is about. It is literally just a slap in the face to anyone who wants to censor you, and I like that.
100%. Yeah. If you get the box, it says on the back of the box, fuck, cancel culture and political correctness, because I mean, dude, if you're trying to make some jokes, man, you cannot be censored.
Yeah.
As someone that did stand-up comedy years back, what are you going to talk about if you're censored up there? So it just made no sense to me. So getting a bunch of crazy shit out in box form, I thought was a good idea.
And like my thing is, as someone who does actually do stand-up comedy now, I see comedians that come in and try to be politically correct. Yeah. It's a tough thing to do, because some of the funniest comedians I've ever seen don't say a single cuss word.
Right.
So
Nate Bargatze.
Nate
Bargatze's really funny.
And it's not about the vulgarness behind it, but you can tell when someone is pushing like an agenda with it.
Oh, 100%,
and it never works. People
works.
don't like it. And that's one thing I noticed about this game. I was like, oh, this is really intriguing, because I was like, well, this is the basis of my show.
Right.
Like sometimes, like this is what Moses and I do. I wish he was here. He's actually out of town right now. I was like, I need my amigo. It's supposed to be 4 of us, but yeah, man. I mean, we've said and done things just to get a response, just to trigger that you can't say that.
Yeah, and sometimes you need a little shock value.
Yeah.
Yeah, to just, it's been great watching different people play it, because you'll have mixed reactions. You'll have someone go, oh, fuck. But they still laugh. Yeah. They can't help it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what I like the most, is seeing people react to it, and then they're trying to, I guess get to heaven by not laughing at it, but they end up laughing anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, it came around, at an interesting time, because censorship and political correctness is a hot topic, and it is an issue that we face, like, especially just across Western culture as a whole. Yeah. And you see it all the time. It's just whatever the majority is, if they don't agree with it, then that other person doesn't get a voice. Right. And I'm totally against that. Like, even if I don't like your opinion,
at least you have an opinion.
Yeah, you have the right to say it. Yeah. And like one thing I did like about your guys' game is that it's completely political neutral. Yeah. That is, this doesn't lean to the left or it doesn't lean to the right. It fits completely down the middle with it. And
we're shitting on literally everybody.
Everybody
getting the stick in this dog.
And that was the point of this show and stuff too that we did. I was like, when we went into it, Moses and I talked, and I was like, hey, we got our own personal political beliefs and stuff. I was like, but for me, like, if you're going to make fun of stuff, you need to be able to make fun of everything.
Everything. 100%.
Nothing is off limits.
That's the only way to do it. That's the only fair way to do it.
Yeah. It's also about being inclusive to everybody.
It is.
It's...
It offend everybody.
Yeah. Just offend everybody.
Fuck all y'all.
Eat shit and die.
That's kind of what we've been doing. Going through the process with this motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it's been a good time, So I've had fun with it, and I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, it genuinely was good. Once I got my hands on a box, we set up some friends to like play, and I was like, this is actually really good. And so, I mean, congratulations, you guys are the first guest, but you're also the first product that we've gotten on here.
Oh man, a lot of pressure. No.
A little shit fuck podcast.
But
still got me drinking.
Hey man, I got a small army of coons out there, bro. Don't fuck with it. It's our little mascot.
You helped us out a lot, though. Like I really appreciate you helping us with the Kickstarter campaign.
That's the next thing I actually wanted to talk about.
That was awesome on your behalf. You didn't have to do
sure. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Starting out, like, it's tough, dude. Like, I mean, when we first did the show, you get 1 subscriber, and you're like, oh, fuck, this is a big deal. And then it's 2, then it's 3, and then next thing you know, you go, okay, you got 100. And then you hit, like, milestones almost, and then you start plateauing for a while, and you just got to keep going with it, man. Like, the numbers follow eventually. Persistence is a big key in all of this.
Yeah.
But it was cool, man. I saw you guys. I liked your cause. I liked what you were doing. I liked the game. And I was like, fuck it, dude. Like, I know I don't have I'm not Joe Rogan. But like, I'm like a Temu version of Joe Rogan.
Pretty damn close, though, big dog.
Well, I started like going to like an MMA gym. So like some of my friends who know I do the show and everything, they're like, oh, dude, you're like a Temu version of Joe Rogan.
Oh,
gosh.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. You're comparing me to someone successful.
That guy just got a $100 million Spotify deal a couple years ago.
I think it was more than that.
Was it?
I think it's like $200 million.
Yeah, he got another one, and I think it was $200 million.
God. Damn it, bro.
Talking about someone winning at life, dude, and just saying whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, and that's,
Where's that?
That's why he's so successful, because he's not,
He's not biased.
Yeah.
Just talks about what the fuck he wants to.
Yeah, he gets to say whatever he wants.
Like that. Where's that fucking camera at? Like and subscribe. So, but yeah, man. So, all right. So we got to get on. So, how much does it cost? First of all, just right off the bat.
Well, right now you can go to our Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah. So that's the only place you can get it. Currently, right now, because you guys are still crowdfunding.
Yes.
So crowdfunding right now is aimed to just literally fund an ad campaign and promotion for a pre-order.
Yeah, and you guys aren't keeping it. Like, this is all going back into this company and everything.
Oh,
yeah,
100%. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no,
we'll still be broke even.
This is we're in for the long haul, man. I haven't had a job in 7 months.
Because this is the job.
I've been in my apartment for 4 months, revising, fucking helping him brand and make this like his dream product. You know what I'm saying?
Holy shit.
So
I mean, I respect the dedication for sure.
Yeah. So going a few, I don't know, months, maybe a year, 2 years, completely fucking broke. It is what it is.
It'll humble you.
It'll humble you.
Yeah. When we fucking eating up on those fucking
ramen
a few dollar bundles from McDonald's.
I had one of those today.
It is what it is, and a lot of people don't respect the grind.
Yeah, it is.
Well, the thing is, when you're trying to do something this is out of the ordinary. First of all, how many people do you know besides us that's like, oh, we made a card game?
Yeah.
Nobody's really doing that.
No one does it. That's why, like, when it came out of like in my box, and I was like, then I met you guys. I was just like, this is something I've never heard of. Like, I've heard of clothing lines. I mean, you name it. Just about everything else, like trendy little things and stuff. But I was like, a fucking card game. Hold on. Yeah. Wait, what is all this about?
And the name's perfect for it.
Yeah, another fucking card game.
That was the best shit ever, dude. When I heard that shit, I was like, absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
So the only way you can get it like lined up is through your guys' Kickstarter, which we do have the link in our description.
Okay. So so you can pledge $30 to get essentially purchase the game,
and that guarantees one of these boxes, which is a full
guaranteed.
Game.
So a lot of there's a lot of like
rewards.
Well, yeah, there's rewards. There's some pretty damn good rewards too, but there's like a stigma behind Kickstarter campaigns, and the fact that like people who do end up getting funded they either take a very long time
or don't follow through at all with the rewards.
Take a long time or don't follow through with funding their rewards back to their backers.
Yeah, giving
that's our
what they promise.
And that's the thing. If they pledge to us, we pledge to them that we'll give them the shit we told them we'd give them.
Yeah. So that's like if it. You know what? Like, okay, so if we end up on the end of this Kickstarter with no money for an advertisement or to promote, then we have like a value around our product that we can give to our potential investors, right? Yeah. But we guarantee that if you back our project, that you're going to get the product that we promise.
Yeah.
That's our number one promise.
Yeah.
We want to give back to people who believe in us.
Sure. Absolutely.
And that's what I was getting around to. Like, you carry a box of cards around town, people look at you funny. You know, so like, y'all are some of the only ones that have like firm belief in what we're doing. We have just like a select few amount of people that just, because they've played it, so they know, so they believe in it. But outside looking in, it's hard to be like, oh, that's going to be a smashing success because no one's seen it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. There's no, like, I don't have any, like, problem with somebody looking at me and going, you're a fucking idiot right now.
Yeah.
Because, like, I just know.
Yeah.
You look at any successful person.
Well, I mean, like, what is that whole thing, you know, that's always said? It's like, first they ridicule and mock you, then they, what is it? It's, then they, like, admire you or something like that. And it's like, then they imitate you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like a real cycle to it. You know?
Yeah.
You know how many people talk shit when I was starting the show? They were like, this is fucking stupid, like, yada, yada, yada. Like, people are just, I don't know, they're miserable. Yeah. That's really what it is.
You just gotta have the balls to break out the Matrix and just fucking do something.
Yeah, dude. And then, like, I mean, across...
No.
But we're still like, I mean, we're still small, but I think across all of our platforms, because we don't really use a whole lot of other social medias. Like, we dabble on Instagram, but it's mostly just YouTube and IG, right? And the thing is, I think it's roughly like 6,000 people, like 5,500, 6,000, somewhere. I don't even look at the number. I don't even keep track of it. Right. It just became like a hobby. And if it goes somewhere, it's cool. It's like, you know, I would like to make a living doing it, like, as a passion, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Passion projects, man, that's just something that keeps you motivated to...
Yeah, and if it doesn't work out, I'll just fucking kill myself.
Exactly, dude.
Then it's not my problem anymore. Not really. That's a joke.
I mean, how are you going to do it? Because I have a few ideas of my own.
I was thinking like a bottle of red wine and a romantic comedy and a handful of like, just
crying, sobbing into a tub of ice cream.
I was thinking about how that guy from Kill Bill died. You know, he was...
just fucking go.
At least have, you know, go out with a bang a little bit.
I don't know, man. I got respect for people who off themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge thing.
We were talking about that earlier. I was like, dude, there's no time to be that fucking dark.
Yeah.
In my opinion, dude, I don't know. You have to be fucking in a different pit than me, dog. I cannot ever.
Anyway, we have jokes about suicide in the game.
Suicide awareness.
So, not awareness, just poking fun at them. They're not going to see it. They killed themselves. But there's jokes about it.
So, $30 on Kickstarter.
Yes.
All right, and we got the link in the descriptions.
Yeah. So then we have some other kick-ass rewards.
That's what we got to talk about. Is what are your other rewards? Because you can give more money, you can get more stuff, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the exact numbers off the top of my head right now. If you really want to delve into it, I believe we're at $80 right now for what we have called a Jeffy tee.
It's like a Jeffrey Epstein t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of our answer cards, which is Jeffrey Epstein babysitting your children.
Oh, nice.
Kids.
Yeah.
So we have that.
Some heads.
So you have that.
He didn't kill himself.
What? So then you have that for $80, and then the next tier, I believe, is at $130, $150, something like that.
Something in that ballpark.
We will personally ship the cards to ourselves, sign them for you, so it's like more personal. You feel like you're more involved in the project.
Sure.
With this. And then you get that plus the Jeffy tee.
And a thank you letter.
Yeah, and a thank you letter. And then the next tier would be a framed sheet of cards, or answer cards, uncut, with the letter, the sign box, and the Jeffy tee.
Everything below.
Yeah, and I think that's about $250 for that.
Yeah. That's the one I'm going to get, because I like the idea of having like a framed, you know, just all the cards completely uncut.
Yeah, it would look good somewhere over here.
Yeah. People are like, you know that fucking successful, badass fucking business?
Yeah.
See that? I'm the reason for that shit.
Yeah. You know? and, you know, the fact that we're going to get the frame for you as well.
Yeah.
That's
a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, those are expensive to do anyway.
Yeah.
So
we want to make sure that everything's quality. Everything we do is going to be quality.
Yeah. That's what I like, man. I don't like half-ass stuff.
Like even with this box, like this one right here, we don't even. Like,
we're not gonna sell this to you. It's not good.
Yeah,
enough
we
yet.
are unhappy with this one. When we got it,
Yeah.
we're like, fuck, okay, we can use it for promotions. It's like good enough to be on camera and stuff, but you can scratch the fuck out of this thing.
Yeah.
Like the cards weren't exactly what we were looking for. Like it didn't have enough pop to it in general.
Yeah.
And some of it has to do with editorial problems with me too on the back and stuff, but we fixed those. But for this last week, we actually ended up contacting a manufacturer, figuring some sick shit to do with this.
Cool.
Some like UV protection, some fucking.
It's gonna be awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Make it like a better quality.
Anti-scratch protection, like
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, we'll have to show you a video of it when we.
Hell yeah.
So like whenever
Yeah.
you even open this box, it feels super smooth quality,
Yeah.
But even with that one, it's gonna be 100 times better. We're gonna make sure in the next deck that that we get from them, we're gonna have cards that are like quality plain cards that you like slide across one another, real nice and smooth for just like.
They're not sticking together
Yeah.
like cheap piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's just
And we went with matte finish instead of. We didn't want it to look like just a plastic box
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
just looked
High
cheap
gloss, like,
and
whatever.
Like 100% guaranteed made in China. It is made in China, by the way.
Yeah.
It is. I was about to ask you. I was like, are you using those sneaky Chinamans?
Yeah, dude. Fuck
They
yeah.
get a little cheaper on the corners, huh?
Yeah, and we've had people call us commie bastards, and I'm just like, it's cheaper. We're trying to do business.
Yeah.
Trump's not in yet.
I reckon the way you do a business. I like. We have a running joke on the show. Like I've called them the Chinamans a lot. Like there's a few shorts out there about it, but that's just a throwback. So if you start hearing me say some random shit, it's just throwbacks.
Well,
like other stuff I've done.
Chinaman, white guy, black dude.
To be fair, if we didn't print in China, this shit would just not be possible.
We'd be in debt.
No,
we would
it's
lose
not-
money.
Yeah.
And I already feel like that's happening right now, so I wouldn't even want to imagine.
We
not doing
wouldn't
it,
lose
you know.
money. We would have no money like we do now, and then just be fucked for a long time.
Can't even get them McDonald's bundles anymore.
Yeah, dude.
Digging my grave.
It was a good game. Like I really did enjoy it. I was like, holy shit! Like this is actually really funny. But I don't know. I mean, I hope you guys the best, man. Like I mean, like we'll support you on the show and stuff. I mean, I know you guys
That's
were
much
watching our
appreciated.
stuff. Yeah.
Fucking appreciate
Because I was like, for a long time, I was like, nobody watches this fucking show. I mean, nobody watches the episodes. I mean, sometimes we'll get shorts and they'll get 6,000, 8,000 views. Excuse me. But the long format, I mean, it's kind of, especially if no one knows who you are, it's kind of a lot to ask someone to sit
Sit for
down
an
for
hour.
and just listen to the ramblings of a madman, which usually is just me going on some political rants and shit,
Easy to go on rants. I understand.
Yeah, man. So you're doing the Kickstarter. I know you guys were kind of messing around. You got a Facebook page too, right?
Yeah,
Got a Facebook page.
189 followers or 190 followers, right?
Something like that.
Something like that.
And we
And
have
it's just
we have an
another
X.
fucking card game.
Yeah,
right.
and we have an X account.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok account.
TikTok account.
We have YouTube. We don't fuck with it really. It's just like it's on the bottom of our link tree.
Yeah, YouTube is kind of like a tough hill to climb.
That's like a grind.
yeah.
We'll take your word for it.
I don't think we would make it on fucking YouTube. I think YouTube would just be like, fuck you.
Well,
dog."
in shorts, yeah, we could do shorts. I mean, that's a fucking box of cards, man. We'll just set the damn game there for an hour and just let it sit there. I mean, what else are you gonna do with it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm prepared for this to take at least half a decade before I start seeing any return of my investments.
I don't know. I just have a feeling in my nuts something good's about to happen real soon.
We'll bring you up.
Yeah.
If we end up, I don't know. If this does end up
blow
being-
Cards Against Humanity out of the water and shove it up their ass.
Yeah,
and
well-
like,
Okay.
Well, I just think it's better when there's direct competition.
yeah.
It makes everything better.
it's fucking awesome.
And no one's had the stones to do that.
Yeah, it is a lot to ask to put your face on some of that stuff. Because
Yeah.
I mean, that was one thing with the show here. Because I've said everything you can imagine on this show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything, and that
You
was
have
one
the
thing.
right to do it, so might as well.
Yeah, and that was one. It was one reality that that I was facing. I was like, okay, like if I'm gonna do this, and because it's what I believe in, it's essentially, I mean, it really is. And
but with satire and comedy.
yeah.
And,
I mean, there's sometimes where I'm dead ass serious. Don't get me wrong, I'm just saying some fucking wild shit, But yeah, and but that was a reality. I was like, oh fuck, okay, I'm gonna put my face on it, and it's gonna be on the internet. So like, I had to be able to accept any repercussions that come out of this.
Right, and the fact that we're doing the Kickstarter and plan on selling strictly online in the beginning. Because we don't know how some department stores like Walmart or Target will feel about having this in their building, just to be honest. But, since we're going to be pushing it online, I mean, you kind of have to put your face on it at that point.
Yeah.
So, there's no getting around it these days.
They're not going to know. No, they're fucking going to know.
They're gonna know 100%.
Yeah, they're gonna
It didn't help that we put silhouettes of herself on the back of the box.
Yeah, we were like, this is good enough. That's like a fucking hoorah to me and you. And then later we were like, nah, fucking inevitable.
Yeah, cheers to hard work, we made ourselves the party crowd.
Sure.
So
yeah. I mean, I like it, man. I think it's great, dude. I can see it going somewhere for sure.
Oh,
yeah, whenever it does, we're just we're gonna get fucking ripped into.
Do you guys have a plan? Yeah, prepare for that.
Our lawyers. We got to get some actually. So if anybody's watching, and
I had a video, a short, and it, in hindsight, this shit was fucking horrible. But I had a short that we did like a year ago, maybe a little longer, and it wasn't even that funny. It was just like some off the cuff shit that we did or whatever, and it blew up. It got like almost 500,000 views on YouTube, right? For me, that's blowing up.
Yeah,
and
that's a fair amount of views.
Dog, the fucking comment section, I think I had like 7,000 comments in like a couple of days. And dude, it was like I walked into a football stadium and just threw off a grenade. Like, it was insane.
You're on YouTube though, right?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I just accused, all I said, it was clearly a joke. But essentially, I accused Oprah of starting the fires in Maui to eradicate the homeless population.
I don't even think that's a joke.
That shit might happen. But,
damn bitch.
dude, it fucking blew up, man. And then people were getting in there. I mean, there was people talking about us getting sued. There was conspiracy theorists. There was, like, feminists. There was, like, the racial aspect.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
And I was like, what the fuck am I dealing with?
Quit bitching. Go make me a sandwich.
Oh, my God.
Hey, man.
Just give me a taste of what the fuck you to expect, Come on.
By the way, I'm more impartial one. That I'm just like, fuck, man. Whenever it comes down to it, I'm just gonna get fucking roasted.
Yeah,
like, but I gotta do it.
Dude,
it's what it is.
Speaking from if you put yourself out there doing stand up or whatever, you're willingly putting yourself in fire.
Sure, I've been heckled. I've had bad sets. I've had people I've had to stop and look in the eye and be like, you realize this is entertainment. This is a character.
Like,
this isn't real.
You came to the show to hear shit you wouldn't hear in normal day life. What are you bitching about?
Yeah.
That's why people go. It's an outlet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so to see people go and get offended over some shit like that is wild to me.
Sure.
You pay your gas to get there, right? You buy a ticket, you get your seat, and you fucking get upset.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, it's a comedy show.
And even here, even on, Dumpster Diaries, man, it's crazy because we'll make things, and we try to make, especially our shorts, we try to make them so outlandish where it's obvious that it's satire, that it's comedy.
Right.
And we go even as far as to label it as satire, and people will still
retarded.
Think it's real, and they'll still try to argue with it and stuff. And that's another thing, to kind of piggyback off of the PC culture and cancel culture and all that, and the political correctness and everything, and censorship. One thing that I've found personally is there's this weird internet troll community that's out there, or culture that's out there, where people have to be right.
Just fucking incels, man.
Yeah, just they're getting laid. Yeah, I mean, for real. I mean, it's a lot of people. They just have to be right. They will die on any fucking hill, dude. Yeah. I'm like, holy shit! You really care about this much?
Yeah.
This much,
Yeah, dude. I don't care about anything that much ever. I'm just kind of just go with the flow, dude.
Come on, this game again? Fucking boring.
It's the only thing we got.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of this every Saturday night playing.
Come up with something new by now.
Another fucking card game?
This has 650 of the most offensive cards.
The biggest deck you've ever seen?
Oh, yeah.
Now I gotta see what's inside of this. What do we have? Some question cards here, and then we got a boatload of answers.
Yep.
Let's see what some of these answers might be. Buying a PVC pipe, a gerbil, and a string.
Whoa.
All right, this sounds like an interesting night right here.
It's definitely the biggest deck I've ever seen.
Okay. Do you enjoy living in the freest country in the world that values nothing more than free speech? I bet you do. But it doesn't take a blind man to notice that you can't really say what the fuck you want anymore. Well, we have a solution to stick it to this once and for all. Look no further than another card game. With 650 of the most offensive, outrageous cards I've personally ever seen, it's sure to make your family gatherings implode like some not seen since the days of Nagasaki.
What is that beeping noise?
It's the fucking censorship.
Dude, are we getting fucking censored right now?
God, I'm fucking telling you, buy another fucking card game. It's the only way you can take your country back in one fucking piece. Gee, here we are.
Holy shit. Just back another fucking card game.
Seriously, it's the best you'll ever see, man.
Yeah.
But I do hate the censorship and
Yeah.
just,
Not having, I don't know, creative freedom.
creative
Say
freedom.
what you want.
Yeah.
If I wanted to live in Canada, I'd fucking move there. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
don't worry, they're coming to us.
I saw that shit. It's so funny because, like, if you want to talk a little bit about politics, I know that's not the focus of this show, but you got you have all the Trump supporters, him coming in, right? Like, and I know a lot of them because we're from Texas, so like, I mean, it's no fucking secret. Like,
Right,
it's a red state. And so you got Trump coming in, right? And all these people were very, very supportive. There's a lot of like hype behind it. Understandably, totally get it, whatever. But then those same people, like I know a lot of them, right? Mm-hmm. And they're starting to get a little nervous. Like there's a lot of shit going on. We got these fucking drones on the East Coast. Nobody knows what the fuck those are. But yet we don't shoot them
knowing
down.
what it is wild. I mean, just like, oh, fuck.
We know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, but they're...
Yeah. And fucking, I mean, I don't know, but those people getting a little nervous. It's kind of funny. And some of them are friends. They're like, man, I felt good about this at first, and now I'm just kind of like, fuck.
It's like a crapshoot right now in their brain,
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah, I'm getting tired every 4 years. It's an uneasy feeling. Like, even if the guy I want to win wins, I'm still like, God, I don't know.
They fucking shot him.
It's like out of all these qualified people in America, like all these doctors and like crazy like entrepreneurs, these people who've really done like insane stuff that has like bettered humanity. None of those people ever run. Because I think they look at it and go, I'm not fucking crazy. Like, I'm not doing that shit.
Well, I mean, in general, to have the confidence, to say the least, or the arrogance to be like, you know what? Out of all the fucking people here, I'm the one that needs to run everything.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
I actually think that the jobs like that attract psychopaths. Like, I have this theory that they're all actual psychos. Yeah.
You got to be a little bit.
Yeah, and
crazy.
I think they all fuck each other and eat kids. U.S. House of Representatives, ladies and gentlemen, where we fucking eat children all day, So I think it's something like that. I don't know. I mean, after that Epstein shit, I think
drinking their blood, right? Not eating them.
Well, once that Epstein shit came out, at this fucking point, I think anything's possible,
Oh yeah.
And we'll see what comes out with these drones. One thing I will say, because I know you guys probably don't know this, but I'm like big into aliens and all that shit. Like I'm a fucking firm believer in that shit.
Me too. I have my own theory. Yes.
Well, what's funny is I believed it until the government said, "Hey, there's aliens." And I'm like, I don't fucking believe it.
I don't buy this shit. Turn it off.
Fucking been lying to me my whole fucking life.
Yeah. And so, like, with this drone shit that's been going on, there's a bunch of weird shit with that as far as, like, the technology and how they move and stuff. And we're like, hey, and, like, all these, like, legitimate fighter pilots have come forward and been like, this is not physically possible. Like, we can't do this. What the fuck is it? And that our government's like, it ain't our shit, which is super alarming. But one thing that's interesting, man, I did Trump gave a statement. He was talking about how he said day one, I believe, day 1 or day 2, he was going to tell people what it really was and what was going on. He was like, because we have a right to know. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It could be aliens. I don't think it is. I saw some crazy shit. We covered it like 2 episodes ago, or I think it might have been last episode actually, about the Las Vegas bomber. Did you guys read about that shit?
Oh yeah.
And that conspiracy going in that stuff, man. Like,
I did not dwell in it.
Essentially, he was that whole like crazy UFO, it's aliens and stuff. It ain't aliens, it's us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he worked for the Army. He was high up, high security clearance, and all this other shit. And he basically was a whistleblower, and he was coming out about it. And he couldn't get attention, so he lost his shit, and just said, "I'm gonna fucking make you listen." And then fucking sent out a bunch of this shit, blew the lid off that shit. But essentially, he said he didn't say where the technology came from, so it could have been some Roswell shit, could have been some good old fashioned human ingenuity. But anyway, some fucking cocksucker somewhere figured out essentially how to harness the goddamn power of gravity, is what he was saying. And he said, and
I'm just trying to make a card game.
And he said it's just us and the Chinese that have it. And then he said all this shit we've been seeing for years with these fighter pilots picking it up. He said, and especially the drones on the East Coast right now, he said it's the Chinese launching them from their submarines. And I was like, motherfucker, dude.
Those
That would make sense.
Sneaky
That's why they
sneaky
would be
Chinese.
in the water, and there wouldn't be like any structure to find them in.
Yeah. So who knows? And that explains all this shit, because he got all the stuff with the USOs, like the unidentified submersible objects, where they're coming in and out of the water and all that stuff. So who fucking knows, man? And I mean, I know you guys are trying to fucking sell a goddamn car. I'm over here worried about fucking ET and shit. So all of a sudden, our problems don't seem that fucking big, huh? Trying to get more subscribers and sell a fucking car game. So, but I don't know, man. So, I guess like let me ask you guys this, man. Like, what's y'all's biggest issue? Like, what's y'all's biggest hurdle that you're trying to get over? Like, I know you're only on Kickstarter right now, so is it really the financing is like the big problem?
Yes.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is y'all's goal on Kickstarter? How much money are you trying to raise?
Well, we try to make it a reasonable amount.
Okay.
So
you
it
didn't
was
put
set
in
at
$10 million.
No. I wish, dude. But yeah, 21,000.
$21,000.
But it's over the course of 30 days, and we're down to 24 days right now.
Yeah.
So
and then you guys get a few more tries if it
in
doesn't-
reality.
yeah, but it's time to get it rolling now.
Yeah. If we just had 700 backers
700
pledged to
backers.
buy one game,
The goal's
we're
met.
good. Goals met.
All right, so I need 1 out of 5 of my subscribers to buy 1 unit from them. That's all I need, 1 out of 5.
Please.
So I got a
We're
small
tired of
army of coons, all right? So they fucking
McDonald's bundles is getting old. Dude.
It
I
is
want a
getting
steak
old.
every now and then.
Yeah.
And the sacrifice of time is like it's playing a toll right
Sure.
now.
And Moses and I, we'll get on here and we'll actually make some shorts for you guys, because that reaches a lot more people. Shorts are just easier. I mean, dude, like the average American today has the attention span of a fucking goldfish. So like, good luck catching that longer than 30 seconds. You know?
What'd you say?
Yeah. Like, I fucking hate TikTok so goddamn much. Like, we were on it for about a fucking split second. I was like, I can't fucking do this shit, man. So we don't even fuck with TikTok anymore. Mostly on principle, because we're kind of, fuck China. Right? So, I'm just going to say what I said.
Hold on. They're making it. They're making it over there.
Hey, China, we're good, dog. You know.
We apologize
now.
For now. Yeah, we had a buddy. He was like, "Well, where was it made?" And like, China. He was like, "Commie bastards." I was like, "Damn, dude."
Yeah. Well, that's because you guys are like from like a small town in Texas, so it's that's what you're gonna fucking gotta.
Yeah,
So,
literally everyone asks.
Yeah.
So where are you making it?
Yeah, where was it manufactured?
And then they're like not gonna buy it on principle.
Wait, hear me out, dog. You know?
But that list of shit on Temu at the fucking Amazon's okay.
Yeah, right.
Selling like this.
Yeah.
Using fucking child labor and shit, you know. So.
Well, we have adults making this one.
Yeah. It's ethically sourced card game.
Yeah.
So.
It's not like sweatshop shit.
It's a bunch of printers. Okay? That's literally it. I know how you feel about robots and their feelings and stuff. But that's who's working on it.
Dude,
Did you hear the story about the robot that figured out like his only thing was he was just made to just purely work and he killed himself?
Oh fuck.
Did you ever?
No, what?
Yeah. Yeah, looking at that later, it was fucking crazy.
It was like some AI shit.
Yeah, I just realized, like, I think he set up tables or something, and that was his only purpose, and he realized it and killed himself.
And he could go outside of his programming. So he just
Yeah.
goodbye, see ya, world.
That explains what happened to a coworker back in 2000. Hey man, I was in the military, dude. We off each other, or we're off ourselves at a fucking alarming
Friendly fire?
Sometimes, yeah. We off ourselves at alarming rates. I think out of like all the career fields, is like fucking top 3 like suicide rates. It's understandable. People are like, how can this happen? I was like, I don't know. Have you been in the fucking military? That'll tell you all you need to know. So.
And all the people that have served and protected the country, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
Amen.
And
it's a big part of the show.
Without people,
I mean,
like,
you're literally
we couldn't do this dumbass idea.
Yeah, it's American ingenuity, man. So fucking and creativity too, man. Like I appreciate it because like Moses and I are both veterans too, and so we harp on that a lot, like on the show, and we'll go back to it and stuff.
Thank you both.
Oh yeah, dude. No, I appreciate it, man.
He's like, yeah, I'm about to kill myself after this.
We make jokes about it and shit. Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. Shit, man. I mean, I know you guys are like doing the company and you got the Kickstarter and all this other stuff. I mean, so eventually, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Like, you're gonna be profitable with this. Have you ever thought about like what you're going to do moving forward? Like, are you going to do expansion packs?
Yeah, but what we're going to do, actually, it's funny that you're bringing up military and stuff. We're going to do a box strictly for military and veterans and all that. It's going to be the Shell Shock box.
Oh, shit.
So we're going to do that.
Indeed.
And we're going to do another fucking card game fan edition where the fans of the game get to really make the game, right? And then they can purchase it and see if their cards made it in the game.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because I don't think anyone's done that before, and I think that's a good thing. And there's plenty of people that can be funny, and we want suggestions. And,
Sure.
Yeah. So there's plenty of ideas, and
comedy's contagious, man.
Oh, it's contagious. Very contagious. Yeah. We wanted to do all that, and there's another one. It'll be another fucking trivia game. It'll be fucked up trivia instead of your basic run-of-the-mill trivia games. It'll be some crazy shit.
I like the Shell Shock name on that.
Yeah.
I do have some shit floating in my head just
right, of course.
I was like PTSD's nuts.
Right. But we want to do all that first before we even start doing expansions.
Yeah.
So.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. But definitely we want to get around to it.
Yeah, because these expansion packs, whenever you're buying them, you're only getting like probably, I don't know what it was.
10 cards, 30 cards,
20 cards,
maybe
like
100.
Yeah, I saw the Cards Against Humanity one. It was like relatively thin, and it was just like
it looked like
$20.
Would rather write.
It looked like a standard deck of like poker cards.
Yeah, you can tell like, oh, you really half-assed this one.
And then people are like, and then you buy it, then you only get like one good card out of it every time, or you get a repeat card of what you already have.
Yeah, because they put the same cards in those packs.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's just a fucking scheme at that point.
Just a money grabbing operation.
But that's what I'm saying is different what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna make whole new games. We're not just gonna be like, oh, here's a expansion.
Yeah, we want to deliver.
Yeah.
We don't want to keep you fucking wandering over here.
Yeah. Is it gonna get good at some point? Like, fuck, why does everything in this country feel like a fucking cocktail all the time? It's like, it's one thing I've noticed, man, and it irks me. I get capitalism. I get competitive competition, make things as cheap as possible, make as much profit as you can. I totally get it. But dude,
we want quality though.
Yeah,
so we're gonna have to pay for that quality.
People have gotten real comfortable just in general, just making dog shit, dude.
Yeah,
like honestly,
and people accept it.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part is we keep buying the shit, so they keep fucking making it, and we can't. We're like, why does everything fucking break after 2 days? It's like, yeah, dude,
because you keep buying it. Feed me some more, baby.
And that's part of their plan. Well, they got to keep buying it because it's breaking. So, and we're just trying to have something that like. Dude, of course, people are going to be drinking, doing shit, maybe snorting lines off the box. I don't fucking know. I don't care what you do with
some of that Chinese fentanyl from the Chinese box.
That George Floyd box, we might do one of those.
A bigger, blacker. Blacker.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just to go ahead and break the fourth wall, I did forewarn them that we don't cut anything out. So that's going to stay
Did
in
you
there.
fucking say that for real?
Yeah.
Damn. No. That attention span thing we talked about earlier. No. Yeah, it's fine. What is George Floyd gonna fucking watch this and bitch about it?
Like, he's gonna complain anytime soon.
Yeah.
So
Just jokes.
yeah, it's funny because if someone's like watching it and kind of cringing, it's like, what the fuck? The reality is, if you pull cards out of this, there's way worse cards in there.
Oh,
There's
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
worse
you want to get upset about that?
yeah.
Good fucking luck.
Yeah, but
Forewarning, you need to have a sense of humor.
Yes,
right, yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, it's very vulgar too. I mean, a lot of what's in it. I mean, talk shit about white people, black people, Hispanic people,
Yeah.
Asian people.
Yeah, of course. That's key. When you do the racial stuff, it's key. You have to touch everything.
Yeah.
You know?
And then, I mean, there's jokes about, like, you know, being miserable and then going through, like, shrinking problems and cutting your wrist, all kinds of crazy scenarios. And
Yeah, pull some lines out of your old journal.
yeah, dude. But and also what is it? I mean, it just like fuck them kids too in this game a lot. Like,
You know what's crazy? The older I get, because even though I don't drink anymore, I do like go out and socialize and stuff. So I'll just get like club soda or whatever. Like, yeah, I'm one of those guys. But the older I get, the more I hear that.
Yeah.
Especially from like dads.
Yeah.
They'll be out drinking. I'm like, oh, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, it just gets depressing. as you get
And
older.
see, I don't have any kids, and people
neither
are
do I,
always
yeah.
like, "What's funny?" They'll be like, "It's the best thing ever. You gotta have kids." But my whole life, I just heard them be like, "Fuck, fucking kids. It's so hard, fucking expensive, all this."
Yeah.
But you gotta do it. No, I don't gotta do it because you did it.
Yeah. I ain't doing that shit.
Just because you had like a fucking litter of them, that's not my fault.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's pretty great.
You have a kid?
Yeah, I have a kid.
Yeah. How many kids you got? Just one?
You got one.
Yeah, one. How old? Boy or girl?
Boy. It's 4.
Damn, that's cool. That's kind of. It seems like the cool age. It's like where they start to know kind of right from wrong, and you can kind of talk to them. Like, that's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love kids. I just don't want to have any of my own.
Yeah.
You know. So.
I mean, maybe one day.
Yeah.
But for
Yeah,
right now,
at the wrong time.
This is your baby.
that's my baby. Yeah.
Yeah. This is mine.
Yeah.
That's yours. Yeah.
What
They
the
can
fuck?
play
It's
together.
black. No. I'm gonna have to talk to somebody about that shit.
It's good, man. I mean, I like the comedy. I like the style that you guys do. I like the jokes that are in the book. I mean, I read through all 650 of these cards, man, and like I mean, I commend you guys. Like, it's a great piece of work, and it is really enjoyable. It's that funny. I mean, we've been spending this entire episode talking about it, and it's worth it. It's worth putting up the money for it. I think even to pay for the shipping on Kickstarter, I think it charged me $35 total. When I did that.
So we do include like a flat rate shipping fee just to like, mitigate the like pump and dump of money.
Because again, if we reach the goal of $21,000, I mean that is not giving us much wiggle room to work with.
No.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but that ain't.
It's
that
not
much,
for
really.
what has to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's everybody working for free.
Yeah.
Like, and then
For a
some.
long time. A long time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I fucking get it, man. It's a tough thing starting anything, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, there's gonna be haters. People are gonna hate. Fuck them, dude.
No, dude, even a few comments online, people have been like, "Oh yeah, I was there from day one. I helped write it and shit." I've heard some weird shit.
Like, wait. You've already caught comments online about another fucking card game, the stuff you guys created, and people are already trying to take credit for your work.
Yes.
Oh, I would shut that down.
Oh, yeah.
instantly.
Oh no, we were deleting some shit off.
Do you know who these people are? Or are they just random?
Well, no, we know a couple of them. So, but
Oh, bro, I don't fuck with stealing content.
no. See, that's the thing. I wrote the game, right?
Yeah.
We come up with a concept for the box. He designed the box, and then as far as like, and he's been keeping like in touch with the manufacturers.
Yeah.
So that's
A number cruncher.
When you say he, you're talking about
He's the
John.
creative.
Yeah,
talent.
okay, yeah. You're not talking about the guy who did the comments.
No.
Okay.
Anybody that's said any comments, nobody else has had anything to do with it
Yeah.
other than
It's just you two guys.
us. Yeah.
Okay.
Hence why it's us on the back of the box. Cheers it.
Bro, I'd be making videos about that shit. I'd be like, fuck this guy. Like, I don't play that shit, man.
Yeah, no,
don't like that.
I hate it. It's like a joke thief or whatever, in comedy.
Yeah.
Like, come
Those
on.
guys never last long, man.
Never lasts long.
No.
Carlos Mencia. Goodbye, see ya.
Yeah, he still bitches about that shit.
Yeah, well, I
Is that
mean,
the guy that like Joe Rogan flamed?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
see, that's how he knows.
Fuck out of that guy.
That's how he knows Carlos Mencia.
That's how
Getting
everyone
fucking flamed by Joe.
Yeah, that's
No,
the
he
way
had a
I-
TV show, Mind Him Mencia,
Yeah,
on
Mind
Comedy
Him.
Central for a while, and I mean, he even stole some Bill Cosby jokes, old Bill Cosby jokes. I mean,
he was
going around.
creative.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, fuck them. Don't
Just
steal jokes. That's a big one, man.
it's
That'll
a
end
fucking
up
Hispanic ass stealing shit. I think he was hungry right now.
I do like y'all's cards got about white people and shit in there too.
Oh yeah,
funny, man.
some inbred whiteys, white people smelling like wet dogs.
It's some real
Because
some
we
real
do.
equal opportunity shit going
Yeah.
on in there, man. I do like it. It's good, man. It's really good.
It balances out enough. It's fucked up. It's vulgar. It's all that. It's offensive, but at the end of the day, it's still fucking really funny.
Yeah.
And that's the main focus. So.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. I mean, I can be serious when I have to. I can go on. I have this thing where I go on these like crazy rants on here and stuff. And but a lot of it is like laughter and talking shit and stuff.
Right. Yeah. It's a good time.
I'm trying to live to be 120. The only way you're gonna do that is having a genuine sense of humor.
Yeah.
And it's,
I say it's the best medicine for you, laughter.
I think there's something to it, man. It's definitely contagious too. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You guys are definitely gonna have like some struggles and stuff getting up there, just like with anyone else that you're gonna have it. But don't get discouraged, man. And like, dude, and fuck the fucking haters, man. Like, I mean, that's their job to do that shit. And
Yeah, they're miserable.
They are.
Yeah,
and then one thing that I've found, dude, like just in my life in general, I only surround myself around people who are basically they're motivated, they're good, they're genuine people, and then they don't get jealous. Like, and they're not out to like fuck you. Like, if you guys got big on your stuff, and we were like best friends and shit, I wouldn't be like, well, fuck those guys.
Right.
I would genuinely be happy
That's
for
insane.
you. And then if I had anything, you would be happy for me. And then we
Right,
feed on
yeah.
each other. And then it's like, how can you help each other and all this other stuff? Like, stop competing
Well,
with each other.
and that's the reason why we get along so well. That we have that same thing in common. The genuineness and all that. And
so
the
much
creativity too. It's awesome to have someone to bounce some stuff off of and just call and be like, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this and that," and like, hell yeah, it's all support.
I don't want to blow the lid on some of the stuff that we've talked about working on in the future, but
Right.
this is not the last time you've seen Trevor and John, is all I'm saying. Man. Like, these
No,
guys will be
sir.
back. Yeah, it's some of the stuff we talked about working on that's completely separate from another fucking card game is actually really interesting and stuff that I've wanted to do.
Yeah, me too.
And I think it'd be really fucking cool if we got
Hashtag me too.
Dude, I'm so glad that shit fucking ended,
Yeah.
man.
Hashtag me too.
It sounded great at first, and then it just became like a fad. And then like you found out like half the people were full of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jennifer Lawrence. But, yeah, dude, she got busted on that shit.
Did she really?
Yeah, she was full of shit.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, she's pretty hot, dude.
Yeah, J-Law was. That's my bitch, man.
I mean, she's pretty hot. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. So basically, you're doing the Kickstarter. You're on social media. You're on X. You're on Facebook. What else do you think guys think about doing? I mean, you can't really go down to your channel 7 News and.
No.
You guys got any other plans? Any ideas? I know you don't have anything in motion. It's kind of like
At this point, I'm almost willing to bark. Hey.
Yeah.
But no, man.
He's come up with an idea for an animated series in the future.
yeah.
If we do blast this thing off.
Right.
Yeah, that'll
We
be.
put
this
some
will be
creative
used to
thought
finance
into it.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but as far as this goes, like we're really leaning on support from Kickstarter really hard right now.
Yeah.
And then we have befriended a couple people that are big time influencers that are gonna give it a push for us.
Sure.
And they delve into the
Dark
fucked
sense of
up
humor.
shit
Yeah.
that you can say.
Yeah, man. I mean, you get it lined up. You work with those guys. If you want us to like do any kind of through our show, if you want us to collaborate with those guys on your stuff, I mean, we're more than happy to help you. I mean, we don't charge shit. I mean, we do it.
100%. It goes back to support,
Yeah.
and we all want to try to get the show bigger, get the game big, and that's what it's about. And then keep collabing, moving forward. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and then plus it's all from Texas.
Hell yeah.
I can get behind that. It ain't made here, but
Yeah.
it's coming out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man, it was created here.
Yeah.
Man.
Created here. In those early days, boy, I was carrying it around in a shoebox on flashcards. getting people to play it at parties, because I had to get like some type of reaction. Like you can think it's funny all you want, but you have to get people's opinion on it.
Yeah.
And everybody loves it, and they said it's the funniest and best card game they've ever played.
Sure.
Every last one of them said
It
it's
has the most inconvenient way to play that fucking game, by the way.
Yeah, flashcards this big, dude.
Rainbow index cards, dude. Just
They were like, just a bunch of different colors.
which ones are the questions? Which ones are the answers?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, man. I'm excited to see what you guys do, man, with it. Like, I mean, I got no doubt, it's gonna work out for sure. I mean, just when I played it, because everyone that I played with, they've always enjoyed Cards Against Humanity. It's always been like, okay, cool. And I played it quite a bit and shit, but like I said, there's issues with that game, and I did not find those issues in another fucking card game.
That's why it was written the way it was written.
Yeah.
And the issues also dwell with them.
Yeah.
They have, come out and apologized for shit they said.
Yeah. We're not apologizing for anything.
Yeah, you can never apologize.
Yeah, no.
Not for a joke.
No.
They had like
Now, if I did something fucked up, I would say sorry.
Sure.
But it's a damn joke.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying sorry for that.
Yeah. No. It's like I'm not apologizing for shit on this show. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So, yeah. And the way it was written out, like, they took a cheap way out by just putting, like, celebrity names in it.
Yeah.
That was the punchline. Just a bunch of names. And they had a bunch of short answers. There's longer answers.
Yeah.
In this box. So it gets really, you can get a mental image of what some of the cards say. And those are mental images that you probably don't want. But it makes it fun.
Some of them are really bad.
Yeah.
No, bad.
Yeah.
You probably
Bad.
question why
you're laughing at it.
sitting at the table playing this game right now.
But you're going to enjoy it, though. That's the thing.
it's
That's what's so funny about it. Like, people have reacted all kinds of ways, but at the end of the day, they all like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That's for sure. There's definitely I would say, like, a want and a need out there for just comedy, man. Just no one wants the filtered bullshit.
It's
anymore.
coming back around.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're about to hit a golden age of comedy, man. I really do, dude.
It's going to be like the boom of the 80s, but now.
And I took, at the beginning of the summer, I took a trip to Austin. I went down there, hit a bunch of comedy clubs, went to the Comedy Mothership, like Joe Rogan's place, and I saw it down there. Because they lock your phones up in some of those fucking places.
Oh, yeah.
And I started seeing it. I was at every show. It's just sold out. Sold out. New people every time. And I'm like, whoa, hold on, fuck on.
Oh, yeah, we need to go up there and do a couple little
stand
spots.
up.
Yeah,
dude. I love it, man.
Yeah.
The Creek in the Cave is my place, man. It's where Shane Gillis filmed his first special that he had out on YouTube or whatever. That's a cool little place, man.
Oh yeah, it's a great
It's
special.
my favorite one, man.
Yeah, and I've met
Beautiful
a lot
Dogs
of people.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome too, but man, that first one, bro, he fucking killed it.
Yeah.
And he always kills though.
I met a lot of people when I was down there from like the Kill Tony show, man.
Oh yeah, that's
like
big too. That's so big.
And a lot of those guys, the Casey Rocket guy, I met him. David Jolly, I've met him. David Jolly's actually a really nice dude. He's Cam Patterson's uncle that's on there. If you guys ever watch it.
Yeah.
And dude, like in person, like he's pretty legit, man. Like he's just like very well spoken, very nice. Like takes the time, wants to know your name. Like I was hanging out at the bar with him and like talking to him, and I was like, dude, you are like really funny. And we were just going on about it. He's like,
yeah, I am. Of course I am.
He's like, he was really humble about it. He was really sincere, like with like fans and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
And but a lot of those guys are really cool. They all just hang out in that little area, man. So if you go down there and whether you go see some shows or you hit some fucking open mics or whatever it may be, you hang out there for a little while. You're gonna see
I was 10 years too early. Yeah, I was there a decade ago. Yeah.
Trying to convince them to go back, man.
Sure.
It'll be awesome.
Well, let's one thing at a time.
Yeah, I get it, man. Yeah, I took a back seat on the stand up for a long time, and then I fell into this show, and I've been doing that primarily, and then over the last say year or so, I've been getting back into stand up more.
Yeah, and I've been writing so much shit here recently. I hadn't had time to try to write any new bits.
Yeah. Well, you wrote 650 fucking cards, and like each one is different and entirely new. Like that's a lot, man.
Yeah, but as far as structuring a bit and different, formulating that, I haven't messed with any of that.
It's a lot harder than what people realize.
Yeah, dude. So is this shit. fuck, man. Please.
It takes a lot, man.
Yeah.
It'll take it out of you, dude. So, but it is like, you know, that want and that need that people have for the unfiltered comedy, like for like, I mean, legitimate comedy.
Yeah.
And especially like more of like, you know, the crazy odd stuff.
And you got it all in that box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's something good to capitalize on. I think it's growing. You
Yeah.
know, and you could look at the proof is in the pudding. I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan of Kill Tony, but the proof is in the pudding with that show.
Oh yeah.
And look
100%.
at what it's done in just in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and what he's done for up and coming comedians
Yes.
is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, some people that don't get it or understand maybe think he's being an asshole, but he's giving people opportunity.
A lot of
A lot.
opportunity.
Look at how big Cam Patterson is now.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he said, I like rocks, you know?
Yeah, I know, right? It's just like crazy. Like,
Yeah, but it was funny. He's funny. I like him a lot. But
yeah, I watched Cam Patterson basically just berate somebody at a comedy club one time.
Awesome.
It was actually at the Creek and Cave. He just popped in to do an open mic, didn't tell anyone he was going to be there, and he was just practicing some stuff for 5 minutes and leaving. And then freaking there was a couple that was trying to leave, and they were looking at their phones, and it looked like they were waiting on another show to start that they paid for, so they came just to watch some open mics.
Right.
And then he just went off on them. He's like talking shit and calling them racist and shit. He's like, fuck you. He was like, if you leave, you're racist. He's just dropping the N-bomb all he wants and shit, you know, like calling them that shit. It's like an Asian couple. Like, you know? And they're just like awkward and they're trying to leave and get out of there in one piece. And they're like, oh, fuck, you called us the N-bomb. You know, the elusive N-word. So.
Yeah. Man, there's a card about card about everything.
Hey man, I got my 23andMe results a few weeks ago, man. I'm not gonna use it. I gotta respect it. I gotta be conservative, but there's a little bit of that African floating around to me. So you know, kind of like a break glass in case of emergency. I got an in card in the chamber when I need it, you know. But I don't know, man. I mean, we're hitting about an hour. But is there anything else you guys want to say? You want to holler out to people? I mean, you want to plug your stuff?
All right. Yeah, thank you for all the hard work we've done.
Amen, buddy.
Yeah, that's the people.
Yeah, dude. Well,
and then y'all support. We appreciate that.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And anytime you guys want to come back on, I mean, even if you don't want to you can just do a regular show with us. You guys are more than welcome to come on anytime you want, man.
Yeah,
We'll have you back.
Appreciate it.
But I'm going to go ahead and close this stuff out for us, and then
Okay.
we'll get up out of here. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Dumpster Diaries Podcast. Like I said before in the beginning, check out the Patreon, the merch store in the description, and especially check out Another Fucking Card Game. The link to their Kickstarter is below. If you believe in freedom of speech and you're anti-censorship and you like our show, trust me, you're going to love this fucking card game. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and as always, take care.